I thought my hair looked better than this. Hi, guys. Please excuse my croaky throat. I've lost a little bit. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for tonight's call. I'm introducing the beautiful Amber. I know Tamara gave a little intro there. I hope you guys can hear me. Let me know, can you hear me? Yeah, okay, cool. There's no microphone on these headphones. The beautiful Amber just hit her fast track SSC promotion, and it's been such a pleasure to work directly with her and watch her journey, watch her growth. And she's actually taught me so many more new things on this journey. And I can't wait for you guys to hear what she has to share. So I hope you have your pen and papers handy. There's been challenges, there's been success, there's been so much growth and learning, and like the human that you're about to meet with Amber, if you haven't met her yet, is not the human that she was at the start of this year. So in a very, very short, the last 8 months has been just an epic journey. So I'm going to hand it straight over to Amber to share her journey, all about the power of the mindset, what she's been able to create and what she has learned. So hopefully you can be inspired and relate to her journey too. You're hosting tomorrow, so you can pin her.
Am I good to go?
Yeah, Amber, I'm just trying to file there you are, darling. Let me just continue. Off you go.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having me on tonight. I'm hoping that my Wi-Fi holds up because it has a very bad reputation out here in the country. And I just wanted to add too, if anyone has any questions too, just pop them in the chat down below and I'll do my best to answer them on the way. So thanks for everyone for the love down below too. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Amber, as everyone said. I am a mum of two beautiful children, a 5 and a 7-year-old, and we live down in country WA, down the very south between Albany and Denmark. I was introduced to the Juice Plus, and the business and the products about 18 months ago. And I'm telling you now, it couldn't have come at a better time when I came across Juice Plus. We've been a FIFO family for almost 8 years now. And I have to be honest in saying that we were really struggling as a family because of FIFO lifestyle. My husband was suffering from very severe depression. We were at rock bottom and we were looking for a way out of it. Personally, myself, I felt really stuck. I wanted to contribute to the family to help get my husband home from FIFO. But being 35, hadn't been employed for like 6 years, I really couldn't see an option for me with my husband still working away. I didn't want to put my kids in daycare, working a job that I really didn't enjoy for like $100 at the end of the week. And, you know, so our options are really limited. So when Juice Plus business came along, I said yes. I was one of those people that was full of excuses. I had every excuse in the book when I signed up. And it took me a long time to really get going with this business. I have to say I signed up in March and I only hit SDVF like on the last day of 60 days by chance. And then I didn't hit SC until January of the following year. You know, I can still remember my conversation with Kim when I think I'd been a month into the business. And I was one of those people that said, I don't know enough people. I don't know anyone. Like I literally had moved to the town. To a new town a month before I signed up to Juice Plus, and I knew 2 people in the town, and that was it. So I was very sorry, that's my phone. I should probably put it on silent. I didn't really know back then the power of networking and what, like, literally the people that signed up into my business at the start. I didn't even like, they were brand new people. They were strangers, and I was only sort of starting to grasp the idea that that's what this business was about. It wasn't the people I knew, it's the people that I was going to meet. So I really slow tracked to SC, so I didn't hit the bonuses, unfortunately. So when I reached SC, I had 3, sorry, my cat's on cue, I'm just going to move her. I had 3 team under me. One of them's still active now, but the other two literally just signed up to pay for their products and are no longer active anymore. So when I looked at building to SSC from SE, I really had to build from the ground up, except for one teamie. So I guess that was the biggest challenge there, was trying to build my business from nothing up to trying to get to SSC. So basically, so I've got my notes just so I don't forget anything. So basically in January of this year, I remember reaching out to Kim, and I literally had enough. I was like, enough is enough. I want to know what I have to do to build this business. You know, I'd been whinging all year about my paycheck, knowing that I hadn't been put in the work to build up my business. So I really wanted to know what I could do to get there. You know, I had this big dream of NMD, but I really wasn't doing the action to get there. So enough was enough. I said, yes, okay, what do I need to do? So the biggest lesson, I guess, my first lesson was to stay close to the fire. Okay, I pretty much teamed up with Kim, and I made her my my buddy, if you like. So she was the one that kept me on track and made sure that if I said I was going to do something, I was going to do it. So, you know, tough love and all that. But you need someone there to not tell you what to do, but someone that makes you accountable, if you like. So staying close to the fire, you know, really building up that vibe around it and really going for it. And I guess the other thing for me, having that strong vision has been really, really important this year. You know, I can feel in my bones what it will be like if I don't reach my goal of getting my husband home from FIFO. So that's really my driving force, is imagining my life if I don't achieve my goal. And I don't want to be there. Like, it's, you know, it's not something that we want to do. So I really have to make this work, and having that really strong vision. If you don't have a strong vision, really seek deep into your soul and figure out why you're actually doing this business, and that's what's going to drive you forth in it. And every day I wake up and go, okay, what do I need to do to get me closer to my goal? And if I'm not doing it, like, what am I doing? Is it making me money today? Am I reaching out to people? Am I helping anyone? You know, really waking myself up to that. So I had to really go for it when I said yes, otherwise I wasn't going to get anywhere. So basically I said that I didn't have any team when I decided to go from SC to SSC. So that's been the biggest journey for me, really, is team. Like, I was so not used to having any team underneath me. And I think the biggest lesson is it's no longer about my business. It's about my team's business as well, our overall business. You know, it's not just me looking at what customers am I getting, what promotions am I hitting. It's about what do I need to do for my team to help them along the way as well. Who needs to go for qualifying this month? What promotions are they trying to hit? Who can I help? How can I help someone today in my team? So that was the biggest thing, is, you know, it does take a lot more, I guess, organisation as well, like having that idea on who you need to reach out to that day, rather than just looking at your own report and what's in front of you. And I guess the other one is, what example was I setting too? I think that's constantly on my mind throughout the last few months is, you know, when we put new team on, the first thing we do is tell them to get customers. Like, you need to share with so many other people to reach these promotions. And really what was been playing on my mind is, like, I need to really set a good example. So instead of going into trying to organise the team that I had building underneath me, I needed to be that person that was going to be recruiting as well and doing my business too, so that I set a good example for them to look at as well. And it keeps that, I think it keeps it fresh in your mind too, when you're the one that's having those conversations every day with people about product. It keeps it fresh in your on share it to your. I know that if I have a stale customers, it becomes stale in the mind. I don't know, like I think, like, you know, you don't have that on the happening with potentials. So that's been a really big thing for me, is constantly reminding myself to build my own business and recruit, and not step into that managing my team mode, like doing both things. Your team where they're at. My favourite saying is, you can't push porridge uphill. You know, like you might get this one team in, you think they're going to be a gunner, and they're not. And then you kind of try and keep pushing them and go, oh my God, they're going to be really, really good, but they just don't want to go there. And I think that was one of my biggest lessons in the last few months is, you know, I was signing up all these people and I had this big vision for them, but they didn't want to go there. And it took so much energy of mine to try and push them somewhere where they weren't going, when all that energy could be spent having new conversations and recruiting new teams. So I think it's really important, if you get someone that says that product there and leave them there. When they want to do that. I was one of those uplines that was like, okay, what are you trying to reach out to my team saying, what do you want to do? Like, where are we going with this? Just really getting them anywhere. So spend their energy recruiting new team, having those conversations rather than trying to have the conversation with people that don't want it. So yeah, loving your team where they're at. Having a system in place, not having recruited many teams at all. I had zero for bringing on new team, and I've had to really develop a bit of a system for myself. You know, I think in 1 month I had maybe 5 new teams come on, and I was feeling really, really overwhelmed. I'll be honest with you guys. I felt like I was being pulled in every direction simply because I didn't have a system in place. I had no idea what was like we have our 7 steps guide in our team, but I wanted to have my system on what should I be sharing with my new team to get them starting off strong. You know, and so now I know exactly what I need to send to my team, but it was over time and building up that information. So for example, one thing I really make sure I do when I sign up new people is help them with conversations, because I know when I started up, that was one thing that I really struggled with. Or, you know, I had an absolutely zero talk to people about this business. Now when I get new team on, I basically reach out to people at the start. Like I give them a little script, they can put it into their words on however they want to talk, general idea of what I use, and they can sort of use that to help them as well. And it starts them off strong and gives them their confidence as well, so they want to keep going with it. I know I do a lot of sort of Eric Worre training. Advice I ever got from different trainings is never to end a conversation without asking a question. And I think that was the biggest thing. I always end it with a question, so it bounces back and forth, so it doesn't get stale. And that's one thing I try and teach my team, and not ending conversations with what do you think, because if you end it with what do you think, you're opening up that conversation to positive and negative instead of asking what did you like best, what did you relate to, what did you resonate with, that sort of thing. So that's a few little things that I have been teaching my team, what I have learned to teach on to them. Embrace the things that scare you. I think that's been a biggest growth for me over the last few months. Is for those that have followed me on Facebook, I love my Facebook lives. I never used to love my Facebook lives. I hated them with a passion and I never did them. Now I make sure it's part of my rules that I do at least 2 lives a week. The one thing that's grown my business more than anything is taking conversations off the Facebook and into, offline, if you like. So taking them offline. So taking the time to have conversations with people, like real conversations. I might have someone that wants to know more information about the business, and instead of spending all that time writing a message out, to be honest, it takes a lot of time, especially if they've got lots of questions. I'm like, okay, are you free tomorrow? And I'll give you a call and we'll have a chat. Or are you in town and maybe I can meet you face to face? Like I used to be one of those people that back and forth. I never had that courage to actually talk to them in person. It was always through Messenger. Now every single person that I get interested in the business, I'm like, okay, let's chat about this. And then that's before I've even sent them any sort of guides, structure, anything for the business. I just want to get to know them. I want to know if they're fit for my team, if they're going to what feel I get for them. Are they going to be good at this business from that conversation that I have with them? And then if that conversation ends well and I think it's going to be a fit for them, then we'll go on and we'll send more information about the business, and then we'll chat again. And I'm always scheduling chats. Like, I guess the biggest lesson is patience. I have a lady that I'm speaking to in New Zealand. I've been speaking to her for a month. I call her once a week, every week. And just being patient that it's not the right time for her to sign up. And when it is the right time, I know that she will do this business really well. But signing her up 3 weeks before she's ready, she's not going to want to do anything with the business, and it's not going to end up very good for her or for our team. So, having that patience, building that conversation and getting to know people really well. And then when they join your team, they already feel like they know you. Like, you're not a stranger to them, and you actually generally care about them because you know about their life. So that's been a big thing for me. Having confidence. I used to be, I'm going to admit to you guys, I used to be ashamed to be a network marketer. And I lived with that up until maybe January of this year. If I banged into someone on the street and they asked me what I did, I would fluster. I would hate to say to them that I was part of Juice Plus or I was part of any sort of direct selling network marketing thing. Like, I would never, ever, ever mention it. To them, I was just a full-time stay-at-home mum. So I embraced it, basically. January, when I said to Kim that I wanted to know what I had to do to build this business, that month I basically messaged everyone I was too scared to message, because I dropped all thought of, I don't really care what they think of me. That was really what was eating me up inside. I honestly cared about what everyone thought of me. What would they think of me? I'm doing this network marketing business. So I really just lost all that. Like, I was like, no, I don't really care anymore. I had that confidence, and still today, I reckon it makes such a difference if you approach someone about the business or the product and you have that confidence in you that you have something amazing to offer them. You have, what does Eric Worre say? You have that posture, you have that confidence that what you have in your hands can change their life. And I think that makes such a difference. And that has what has changed my mindset over the last few months, is that I dropped all those cares that, I didn't really care if they thought that what I had was a load of crap, because I believe it's not. I have full belief in this product and this business. And you relay that over to someone and they can feel your passion and they immediately want to be part of it. So definitely, if you're one of those people that, you don't have much belief in the business or the product, then honestly go and do some work and build that belief, because it will make a huge difference to your business and how you talk to people about it. Any doubt you have in your voice, in your message, anything, they'll feel it and they won't want to be part of it. So definitely that confidence there. Don't be, I guess, like, I'm not going to say that you're going to be stuck up about it or anything, but you definitely have something amazing to offer people. Like, I've had a lot of customers say, thank you for reaching out and telling me about this business or about this product. And that's amazing. It goes to show that you really do have something amazing to offer. One big lesson I had to really learn is that people's reactions to you, if it's a negative reaction, it's their issues, not yours. Like, for instance, I'll use this example. So as I mentioned before, I have been making that effort to reach out to people and calling them about the business. I had this conversation with a lady. I called her up and we were just having a general chit chat. And it came down to the question. I said, so tell me a bit about yourself. I didn't know anything about her. We were brand new to each other. She literally hung up on me. And I remember saying to Kim, did I do something wrong? Did I say the wrong thing? And what she had done, I started second guessing myself and thinking that I was doing all these wrong things, when in fact it was her issues, not mine. She might have just been anxious or shy or whatever, and that's her issues. So I think that mindset, in that people's reactions to what you do, it has nothing to do with you, it's to do with them. If they have an issue with the product or the network marketing side of things, that's them, that's not you. That's not the product, it's not the business. We know it's amazing. It's their issues with it. So definitely have that, it comes back to confidence again, have that confidence in that side of things. Using the resources around what the business have. We have so many resources and it's incredible. I am a training junkie. I will admit it. I absolutely love training. I love the links. I love the YouTube channels. I pay for training. I pay for Eric Warrior courses, Simon Chan, like that sort of thing. I think that the amount of resources we have available in this business is incredible. If you don't have the money to pay for it, there's so many free links, podcasts, everything out there. And I listen to links every single day without fail. If I'm feeling uninspired, I'll pick someone from the YouTube channel that I find inspiring and I will listen to them and they will uplift me through the day. I love the NMD speeches because I want to be on that stage next year. They am one of those speeches. So I listen to those NMD speeches all the time. I love Linda Evans. She really her sushi story about it's not for everyone. That really gives me confidence if someone says no to me, which I've completely lost any attachment to. But, this is not for everyone. Juice loss isn't for everyone. And so I love when she talks about that sort of thing. So definitely, if you're not already doing it, tap into the training. There's just so much out there, like and Kim and all that they make the effort to put it on our channels and for us to view. And I don't just watch one once. I watch it about 10 times and you pick up something different every time. Consistency, we hear about that one all the time, and honestly it's what gets us going in this business. Consistency every single day. Yes, maybe Sundays are off, even though I do work Sundays because I'm still getting to my goal, but I still make sure I have family time and stuff like that. But definitely consistency, even on those days where you feel like crap and you just really don't want to do anything. As long as you've got in your mind what you have to do for the day, like so follow up, social media posts, have maybe one conversation. It's not gonna kill you to have that one conversation. Like even one conversation a day is better than nothing. So definitely consistency. And once again, it comes back to your vision. If you're not being consistent, don't expect, or that goal in mind rather, don't expect that goal to come to fruition if you're not being consistent working towards that goal. So it definitely comes down to why you want to do this business. And last point, I'm hoping that I'm not talking over. Last point is gratitude. I've fully embraced gratitude this year, and it's not just gratitude for the simple things in life. It's gratitude for your team, for every single customer in your business, for the people around you that are supporting you. I'm grateful for where you are, grateful for where you're going. I definitely make an effort every day to reach out to my team and my customers and to say just thank you. Like I send little notes to my customers saying thank you for allowing me to help you with your health, because really it is such a gratitude thing. If they weren't there, then you wouldn't have a business. If your team weren't there, then you wouldn't have a business. So definitely realizing what you have in front of you, and like today, what was that thing that the new incentive, the new bonuses that Celine's announced? How amazing is that? Like that's really something to be grateful for, that they're just offering us extra cash for doing what we normally do. So there's so much to be grateful for in this business, and I think once you realize what you have, then then it's pretty amazing. It's sort of a light bulb moment in your head. But I think that's all I had to cover. I hope that was long enough.
That was absolutely amazing. Who's buzzing? Hands up, who is buzzing from that call? But that is the best I've ever heard you speak. Honestly, absolutely incredible. Guys, if I could sum up in one word, what has been the difference in Amber's journey? As she said, it's been just over 18 months, and it was in the last 6 to 8 months where she's really stepped it up, is she became teachable. And we hear this all the time in this business. One of the things you need to do if you want to be successful is be teachable. Everything that Amber has shared has been what she has learnt from her uplines, and me, who I've learnt from my uplines. It's all the same stuff. So be teachable from the people who succeeded before you, because the success has already happened. You just got to copy what they're doing, right? So I absolutely, absolutely love that. Thank you so much, Amber. I'm going to remove these headphones because I can't seem to hear me speaking. So I hope it's working. Did Tamara, did you want to add anything else? But I think that was
No, I think beautiful job, Amber, and a lot of those points will really resonate with a lot of people here tonight. So thank you so much for sharing. So we might wrap up the call.
Thanks for having
on 8:28. Guys, as you get off the call, please don't hesitate to unmute yourselves and